I don't think I've ever had a period of my life where I have consistently had a clean room. There's just always this like repeatable timeline where if 0 is a clean room and feeling great about myself, 10 is where my daily life is consistently obstructed by clutter. And in the beginning of that, I feel fantastic. Efficiency is just top notch. I'm feeling good. I'm making moves. I can just go about different things and just feel good about myself. And then as time moves forward, I just kind of get into this consistent complacency creep where slowly but surely everything starts to unravel, and before I know it, I've got a dirty room all over again. there's always like familiar traffic jams, but I never learn my lesson. It's usually about halfway through the spectrum where I realize, you know what, I should probably clean my room. And it's weird because like in that moment, I basically decided that I'm going to clean my room. And in a way, I convinced myself that the task is already done, even though I haven't done anything to move forward. And because of that, the creep that I was talking about before is still there. Eventually there's like a forcing function. It's not always the same thing, but there's something that always pushes me to be like, all right, you know what? This needs to happen. I need to clean my room. It can be anything from if I received a letter that needs urgent response, or if I can't find an SD card for filming. It kind of just wakes me up. It's like, hey, you gotta do it. You gotta do this. This is too much. Every single time, whenever I clean my room, it always feels rewarding. It always feels good. Occasionally, depending on how much carnage there is, of course, I might be a little sore from like the workout of actually lifting things and bending over a bunch of times when my back hurts, something like that. But even with that, it's like a good kind of sore, because it feels like, okay, I accomplished something. That's never enough of a reward for me to keep just being consistently clean. I always end up in that cycle again. I think part of the frustration is that no matter how much I clean, there's always something that remains unkempt. Like it's my cable organization or a drawer full of stuff that it's disorganized, but it's not in my sightline, so I don't see it. Or like my file organization or my Notion board. Something's still out of place no matter what, whenever I finish cleaning my space. I think being organized sometimes is the key to working efficiently for me. And so it's frustrating when a mess is blocking that productivity. It feels like something that isn't me is preventing me from getting to my end goal, even though I caused the mess in the first place. I think I'm always going to be shooting for that peak efficiency. It's kind of like happiness where it's not a destination, it's more of just like a byproduct of something that you're doing. I think that also sometimes when I'm in the flow of something, organizing is actually going to get in the way of finishing whatever I'm working on. So sometimes I kind of need to work in a disorganized manner. I don't know, I guess like I've kind of realized that while organization is the goal, it's something that doesn't need a rigorous definition. It's something that I want to shoot for, like I said, but it doesn't always have to be the exact same thing. It doesn't have to mean the same thing. Yeah, I know having a clean room is not like a super important world thing, but it's just, I don't know, it's something I think about. It's like, I feel like if I had a clean room, if I had a clean space, that I would be able to create at a much more efficient clip. Or even, it doesn't even just have to be creating. It also just be like playing a video game or something. Like my controller is always just sitting on my couch. There's no direct like place for it. So whenever I put papers, whenever I put stuff over on that couch, it gets mixed up in there. And so when I want to play with my friends, it's like it's not always immediately ready to go. This is such a non-significant thing to be talking about, but hopefully you understand kind of what I'm getting at here. But I really want to know, like, what do you do with your organized space? How does having an organized space help you create? Or is that something that you don't even give a shit about? I know it's easy for, asking for someone to comment on a YouTube video. It seems like a very just broad type thing, but just remember, like, this is a very intimate discussion we're having right now. You might be watching this with someone else, but chances are you're probably watching this all on your own. And so I really want to know what you watching this video think about this. Like, where does your brain go when you're organized? Like, do you need to be organized? Are you a disorganized worker? I don't know. It's good to be back, folks, and I'll see you next time.